Ray White, but more importantly, on behalf of our vendors here today, we'd just like to say a very quick thank you to you all for your attendance. And of course, to any of the interested buyers, all the very best of luck with your bidding here today. And to any of the underbidders, commiserations in advance. Now, today's auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of today's auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for the property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price, and as the auctioneer, I'll indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits any major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and it does provide fines for this conduct. The rules do permit vendor bids, and the words we'll use during the auction to indicate we're making a bid on behalf of the vendor will very simply be vendor bid. And of course, by law, only I as the auctioneer today have the right to place that bid on behalf of the vendor. Attached to the contract to sale is the section 32. We have had this on display for the last half an hour, and for anybody that's taken the time to read through it, you'll see it does confirm Ray White, as the vendor's estate agent in this instance, is selling what is formally described as Lot 3 being the apartment itself, and Lot 11, of course, being a separate title for the car park there. That's all wrapped up on plan of subdivision 015741. Of course, more commonly known to yourself and I as 3 at 38 Rosella Street here in Murrumbeena. In a moment's time, when we do call for your bidding, we'll be asking for a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price, of which I'll get a down payment today, perhaps $5,000 or $10,000 paid into our trust account, and the balance of that 10% can be paid again on Monday. Preferential settlement terms for the vendors, fairly flexible. Love to see probably 40, 60, a little bit of flexibility if it needs to be a touch longer. And of course, unless something else has been organised prior to having your bids taken here today. Now, if you are a first-time auction attendee, the great news is you don't need to register to bid in Victoria. If you've come here, you can simply put your hand in the air and shout out your bid in a nice, clear voice. Alternatively, Aaron and Lachlan will be floating around in the crowd here today. If at any point throughout the auction I declare that the property is on the market, I'll make that abundantly clear to you by saying we're on the market and we're selling, and at which stage I'll call it down 3 times. On the first, second, third and final call, when the contract hits my hand, like so, the property will be sold. And no late bids can or will be accepted by us. So please make sure you get your bids in nice and early before that contract hits my hand, because if your bid comes in after it hits my hand, you do run the risk of missing out on the property. And folks, it is a fantastic property and one that you don't want to be missing out on. We know that in a world of overdevelopment where a small building is considered to be 15 or 20, finding a building of only 8 apartments is as rare as hen's teeth, as the old adage goes. Furthermore, to find one where 7 out of the 8 properties are occupied by owners, I don't think I've come across it in the past, and I'm not sure I will again. You can look in the AGM minutes and you can see that the body corporate meetings are well attended. What that means is that you've got a good line of communication to speak to anybody in the building. If anything ever needs to be done, you can just go knock on the door and say, hey, what are your thoughts on this? Why don't we get together and get this sorted? So it's very rare that buildings like this ever fall into disrepair like so many older buildings do when they're full of tenants, and admittedly it's just not their responsibility to report maintenance. And for a lot of investors, it's set and forget. They don't worry about the issues that have just been bubbling and boiling away beneath the surface, and before you know it, you've got a building which needs 300 or 400 grand work spent on it. This is a fantastic opportunity here today, buyers. If you are a first home buyer, well, you've just got that something different. You've got a study space, you've got extra square meterage within the property, you've got the courtyard on the outside. We know that in this day and age, square meterage on the inside of the property is like the old square meterage we used to get on a block of land. If you could find yourself a nice big quarter-acre block, that was living the family dream in Australia. Nowadays, it's apartment living, and nowadays courtyards and internal size have replaced that dream for so many people. So you want to be finding something that has a separate kitchen, that has good-sized bedrooms, that has an entrance hallway, that has a courtyard. And folks, this one ticks all of those boxes. Beautifully finished inside, reverse cycle air conditioning. You've got the laundry taps that have been conveniently put into that study space out the side, so that can be utilised as a laundry to make the bathroom a little bit more usable on the inside. Location-wise, folks, well, you can't fault it. You can see the train line, but it really doesn't hinder your living in the property itself. You've got Hughesdale Station at one end of the street, Murrumbeena Station at the other end. You can take your pick, buyers. It really is a great spot. Plenty of cafes to choose from. Chadstone Shopping Centre is almost your corner store from where you stand here today. Everything you could want and more as a buyer is available at your doorstep here, folks. So that's enough from me. Best of luck. We'll put it across to you now. 3 at 38 Rosella Street, Murrumbeena. In your hands for a fair, reasonable start. Who'd like to bid us away here today? 490. Welcome to the bidding, sir. At 490,000, I'll go for a 10. 520. Nice strong reply, sir. Welcome to the bidding. 550. 550 the bid now. Where do we go from here? At $550,000. Do we go in tens, buyers? Do we say 560? At 550 the bid now. At 550,000, fairly bid and offered. 555. I'm going to take that. I'd suggest a 10. What? 570. We are on the market, by the way, folks. At 570 the bid here, front and centre. At 570,000 the bid. 580. Welcome back to you. 580,000. Do we say 90? At $580,000 a bid now. Do we go 90? At 580,000, fairly bid and offered, on the market and selling. At 580 the bid now. Won't be going inside today, buyers. At $580,000 a bid. First time now, 580. Second time. Has anyone else been worried that I'm about to trip over that as they're all looking at me? Second time now at 580. Third and final call. 585. Welcome to the bidding. Best of luck to you. 585. Where do we go from here? At 585 triple O, I've got the bid here. 595. Thank you very much. Do we say an even 6? 95's the bid there. At 595,000. 595 with our starter on the left, on the market and selling, buyers. At 595. 000 the bid now. I'll call it down 3 more times at 595. First call now, 595. Second call, 595,000. Third call now, 600. Welcome back. 600 the bid. Could have been the psychological limit for a few people here today. At 610, maybe not. I apologise. I said it too soon. At 610 the bid now. 610,000. We're fairly bid and offered. Still getting that stamp duty saving. Obviously scaled once we get above 6. At $610,000 a bid now. At 610,000 we're bid on the market and selling at 610 the bid. First call, do we try 15? Shaking their head, unfortunately in the wrong direction. Second call now, 610. If you're leaving your run to the last minute, buyers, now's the time to speak. Third call at $610,000 a bid. Do we say 15, buyers? Last chance for you all. Fair warning now. Out of respect to the highest bidder, 610. On the third and final call we sell. 610,000 the bid now. First call. Happy to take your change, buyers. What's going to keep you in it? Take a 2.5 if you like. Second call. 610. Definitely out today. Want to try 1? Thank you very much. Third call now at 610 the bid. All done. All silent. All finished. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We are selling, sold. Congratulations to the highest bidder. Commiserations to our underbidders. Thank you very much for your attendance here today. Have a great day.